all you guys who, listen to what Gary Neville says, as if he's God's gift to everybody. The guy's an absolute hypocrite. What comes out of his mouth is totally opposite to what he does himself. And it's like his football. He's biased, and he actually stays on the right lines for establishment, so that now he's squeaky clean and says everything that is right, okay? And frankly speaking, the hypocrisy of this man runs absolutely through everything, and you can see it. Today, and this isn't politics, but it shows the meat of the man. There he is, and he is talking to Keir Starmer. And, he's a total Labour supporter. No problems with that. It's his politics, is politics. My politics and mine. Doesn't matter who I vote for, what I think. And I don't care what his politics are. But what I do dislike in anything is that somebody tries to tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing and what is right and what is wrong, yet he does completely the opposite. Okay? And that is, frankly speaking, what he's like. He puts over this idea that, he's from a working class background. I'm from a working class background in Salford or whatever he comes from. Hold on a minute. Why? Was he brought up in council estate, in a council blocks? His mum was a general manager and secretary of a football league club. It was only Bury, my understanding is, but that's not a working class woman in a factory or whatever she's doing. His dad was a National League cricketer. That's not that's not working class background, mate. Where are you coming from? When did you get brought up, in sort of council run estates? Don't give me none of that. You're talking about, one of the things he talks about is that he accepts, he doesn't mind entrepreneurialism, and he thinks you should have lower taxes. So isn't that what the Tories want? It doesn't matter. It's not politics. He believes in spreading profit. You make money, spread profit. And he knocks everybody. He knocks conservatives because, frankly speaking, the nurses, they should get paid more. Yeah, actually, in December 23, he was advertising salaries of £9.50. And his luxury hotels that he owns, my understanding, I've read that some of them are on a minimum wage. What's this distributing profits that he talks about? I don't get that. His children go to private school. So there he is, completely opposite to what he's telling all of us we should and shouldn't be doing. He's worth around £20 million. His business, breakthrough, what is it? His business portfolio is £100 million. He owns production companies. He owns property development companies. He owns luxury hotels. He owns Michelin-star restaurants. He's on everything. Now, the reason I say this is because I don't give a crap about what his politics are and what he is. But you can't be saying one thing. I suppose, how do you judge a person? Do you judge a person on what he does or on what he says? Because frankly speaking, what he does is say we should distribute all of our wealth, but as far as he's concerned, he doesn't pay anybody decent salaries. He'll pay as least as he can so he can make a profit, right? Completely opposite. Yeah? He sends his own kids to private school. Why? Because he thinks that's better for them. He wants to make sure they do well. I don't care about that, but don't tell everybody else that they shouldn't be doing that. Okay? Whether private schools are right, whether they're not right. Okay? He doesn't mind, 20% VAT on it because he can afford it. And he'll tell everybody, no, I'm a working class man, but he sends his kids to private school. A guy the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I could find it, sent me something on one of my blogs saying what he wants is to be a politician. I went, no. I said, he's just interested in the money. That's all he wants to do. Like most most blokes, we all like a bit of money. I just felt he wants to make money, and good luck to him. I don't mind that. What I hate is the hypocrisy. And Gary Neville is a hypocrite. He can come talk to me face to face. He won't do, of course, because he'll never even read this, and discuss this, because he's supposed to be a working class man, who wants to distribute all the wealth and profits. Yet he does the opposite. He does everything the opposite of what he says. And what he portrays himself to be sounds to me to be absolutely opposite to what he is. And that's the same as his football. He goes on TV, he's biased, he doesn't say it as it is. He was brilliant at first and he's made loads of money. He just wants to stay on the TV, and he plays the right line now. Never says anything that's a little bit contentious, because that's not a thing to do. That's not a good pundit. He doesn't say what is anymore. So Gary Neville, you're a hypocrite, mate. You are. You're just a hypocrite. That's my opinion from what I understand, what I've read about him, what he's said apparently, he's been interviewed and said these things. God blimey, guys. And you all listen to him and you all think he's a great pundit. Judge a man by what he does, not by what he says. And that's it. So as a pundit, he is totally now just establishment driven and bias, and he uses it to absolutely dig at players or teams he doesn't like. That's Gary Neville. I'm sorry, that's it. And as far as Carragher's concerned, he just wants to big himself up and make more money. Guys, there's a bit of politics in there, and it wasn't meant to. What I'm trying to do is open your eyes up to him as a pundit, him as a person, and there you go. That says it all. I think it talks for itself. So I don't listen. Well, you have to, because he's on Sky Sports all the time. But I suppose I don't take anything he says anymore as relevant. I just know it's all bias. Yeah. And is he getting on the, just crawling up people's bums? That's what it seems to me now. Well, there you go. Football Chat Uncensored. Reno talking. I'd love Gary Neville to come here and have a chat with him. I'd love it to go live and see what he says. Somebody arguing with him, somebody discussing with him about, the hypocrisy that he has. Yeah, never happened. But I wish somebody in a bigger position and a better position he could take him to task. Simple as that. Cheers, guys.